Rebuilding time. After the events of The Flash 2023, Barry Allen has returned to what seems like a fixed timeline. He's balancing crime fighting and forensic work, but he notices subtle changes. A photo frame in his apartment is slightly different, and Star Labs has a file about a temporal shockwave. Barry keeps quiet, unsure if he truly fixed everything. Ghosts of the past. While testing his speed through a training simulation, Barry accidentally phases into a moment from a past timeline, seeing his mother alive. Shaken, he returns to the present, realizing he may not have escaped the timeline corruption. These ghost-like echoes grow more frequent and vivid. Enter Max Mercury. At Star Labs, a lightning storm interrupts a test, and from the vortex steps Max Mercury, a mystic speedster from the 19th century. He tells Barry that his time meddling has weakened the natural speed force barrier. Max becomes a teacher figure, offering spiritual insights into speed beyond science. Speed force fracture. Speedsters around the globe begin experiencing power surges and breakdowns. Wally West crashes into a bridge trying to vibrate through a wall. Jessie Quick loses her powers mid-run. Barry and Max examine the speed force, discovering it's cracking like glass, leaking temporal energy into reality. Iris investigates. Iris West, now a respected journalist, digs into reports of missing scientists and strange weather across time zones. She notices all events occur near places where time travel research was being conducted. Her investigation leads her to files on a forbidden entity called the Black Racer. The Black Racer. Barry faces a terrifying entity wrapped in black lightning. The Black Racer, a grim Reaper-like being of the Speed Force. It tells Barry that he stole life from death when he saved his mom, and now death is collecting. The Racer warns of something worse. The Chronarch is awakening. A glitch named Bart. At Star Labs, a speedster crashes through the roof. Bart Allen, a fast-talking teen who says he's Barry's future son. Bart mentions growing up in a splintered timeline. His arrival proves the multiverse is leaking again, and a paradox like Bart could be fatal to spacetime. Time Wraith Uprising. Time Wraiths, previously rare guardians of the Speed Force, start attacking random locations. They become more monstrous and corrupted. One whispers the name Chronarch. Barry saves Wally and Bart during a Wraith ambush. Max warns, the Speed Force isn't just broken, it's infected. The rise of the Chronarch. The Chronarch is revealed, a rogue time guardian from the ancient Speed Force dimension who absorbed forbidden knowledge. Now half-digital, half-temporal being, he sees all time as chaos. His plan: reformat the multiverse into one single, controllable timeline. Recruiting the speedsters. Knowing war is coming, Barry and Max start recruiting. Jay Garrick, Earth 2, Jessie Quick, and a now hardened Wally West. Bart joins too. They call themselves the Flash Corps. Max teaches them to run in harmony, combining speed and mind to stabilize the force temporarily. Barry's emotional burden. Barry visits his mother's grave, feeling he'll never outrun the pain. He confesses to Iris that he wonders if being the Flash is just making things worse. Iris assures him, "You didn't break time, you just revealed its truth." This gives Barry the emotional strength to face the Chronarch. The multiverse shatters. Suddenly, alternate realities collapse. A city from Earth 3 appears briefly in Central City before vanishing. Barry meets alternate Flashes, including Grant Gustin's Flash and John Wesley Shipp's Jay Garrick. They're disappearing fast. One says, the Chronarch is eating realities. Enter Reverse Flash. Again, just when things can't get worse, Eobard Thawne, aka Reverse Flash, appears. Everyone attacks him on sight, but Thawne offers an uneasy alliance. He claims that Chronarch's victory would erase his existence too. Barry reluctantly agrees, but Max keeps a close eye on him. Ethical divide. Tension rises within the Flash Corps. Max and Wally think working with Thawne is too dangerous. Bart is curious about Thawne's knowledge. A moral debate splits the group. Barry must remind them that unity is the only way to survive. Into the Chronoverse. The team breaches into the Chronoverse, a surreal realm of fractured time and looping echoes. They fight corrupted mirror versions of themselves, including a dark version of Barry who did save his mom and became tyrannical. It challenges Barry's beliefs. Cronarch appears as a godlike entity and offers Barry his greatest wish: a perfectly stable world where his parents live and no one suffers. Barry almost accepts, until he remembers his mother's final words: "Don't trap the future in the past." Barry refuses and destroys the illusion. Speed War. The Flash Corps faces Cronarch's army of corrupted wraiths and failed timelines. Bart sacrifices himself to close a time rift threatening to swallow the Chroniverse. In an emotional moment, he tells Barry, "Thanks for letting me exist." His death motivates the final charge. Rebirth of the Speed Force. In a final gambit, Barry and Thawne combine their speed to trap Cronarch in a paradox loop. Thawne, fatally wounded, says, "Tell history I won once." With his help, Barry restarts the Speed Force by running through the collapse and rebooting it from within. A new era begins. Barry wakes up in a stable world. Wally is the new Central City Flash. Max disappears, his mission complete. Jay returns to his Earth. Barry sees a younger Bart in Iris's arms. A hint his future may still come true. Barry finally lets go of his past. Post-credit scene, Red Death. A red and black armored figure races through a burning Gotham timeline. Red Death, a twisted Bruce Wayne who stole the Speed Force. He mutters, "They reset the game. Now I'll rewrite the rules." The next threat is born.